Good evening, students. So the topic that we are going to cover today is for class 12. As per my promise, I'll make one video almost every day for class 10th, 11th or 12th. So the chapter that we are going to cover today is the third level. And students, you all know that it's not a very easy chapter to understand. It is slightly difficult for students to understand the theme of the chapter, the facts of the chapter. I have tried to cover almost all the facts on the board that you can see by yourself. And even if there is any problem with the voice, please cooperate. The reason is that I do not have this YouTube studio at my home. So I am making this video just for you guys so that you can revise the chapters once they are taught in the class. And you have somebody known to you whose teaching style is very familiar to you, and then you can understand the chapter in a more better way. So without wasting much time, let's come back to the theme of this chapter. So the theme of this chapter is very basic. As the times are going fast, and the time we are improving in terms of technology, we have excellent and sophisticated forms of technology these days. And when we talk about that, we have to pay a lot of cost, and we are actually paying a big cost for that. Reason is development brings stress, worries, insecurities in a person's life. Reason is, if we talk about our ancestors, they did very basic works. They went to their jobs, they came back on time, had dinner before 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and then they went to sleep early, and then they woke up early as well. There was hardly any stress or worry. Now it is a very spaced life. The very live examples we see at the metro stations at around 8 a.m. when coming out of metros, entering the metros. Even if somebody is known to you, you don't have time to exchange pleasantries or greetings, wish hi, good morning, good evening. No, you don't have time for that. Reason is our lives are so busy. Being student is also making your life busy. Being teacher is also making my life busy, and other professionals are also getting extremely busy in their lives. So when we are busy in our lives, we don't have time to retrospect and introspect. So when we don't have time to talk to ourselves, when we don't have that me time which can keep our mental health proper, then obviously we will face troubles and problems in our lives. And then that stress, that depression, that these terms are coming to the front during these times only. Otherwise our ancestors never heard about depression, stress, worry. All they had to worry about money. But now we have money, but we don't have time to enjoy that money. So in this chapter, we have three main characters. Number one, Charlie. Number two, Sam. Charlie is a middle class man. He is 31 years old. He is a working guy. He is also enjoying the life he's living, going to office, coming back from there. But despite enjoying that, he also has his share of worries, his share of stress, his share of problems. So this chapter, this story is actually a way for him to escape from the reality, to get away from the reality which causes stress, worries, anxiety in you. He wants to get away from that. He wants to lead a very peaceful life. And then he has his wife Luisa. So he also wants to go to a very peaceful place, which is Galesburg in the story, with his wife, to enjoy the peaceful life, because he's also not able to handle the kind of fast-paced life he's having currently. Then, what happens is that usually he catches buses, but in between he catches trains also. So there are two levels at the railway station. The first level, where the big trains, the rapid trains go, and there is another level from where the local trains go. You must have gone to the railway station in Delhi also, New Delhi railway station, Old Delhi railway station. Some trains go beyond Delhi, and you have to get the reservation done. But there are some local trains also which take you from Delhi to Faridabad. Some take you to Mathura also. So he wanted to catch that local train to reach. And actually, what happened that before discovering the third level, because that grand railway station had only two levels, but the chapter is about third level. So how come we know that there is third level? Because that while taking the subway to reach to the second level, he was lost. And when he was lost, for first time, he went and entered the Roosevelt Hotel, not at third level. Then second time, he entered an office building which was just 3 blocks away. And the third time, when he wanted to take the train, he entered the subway, and then the subway was turning left and downwards. And anyhow, he reached at the third level. And he found the third level to be quite different to the another two levels. The reason number one, that there were fewer ticket counters. The ticket counters in the modern era are in greater number than the older era. It actually, this level showcased us the times of 1894, whereas he was living in 1990 something. The counters were looking old. There were wooden booths, whereas in present times, if we go at the railway station, there are concrete booths from where you can get the tickets. And then there were dim gas lights, brass spittons को होते जिसमें हम धूपदान, तो brass के थे वो. Gas lights are basically not gas lights exactly. You must have seen दिया सलाई जो वो बोलते हैं ना, तेल की जो लालटेन जिसको बोलते हैं. So it's that. People there looked old-fashioned in their clothes. The kind of clothes they were wearing were not worn during the time when he was living, but they were wearing the dress of 1894. Moreover, he had come across a newspaper, the name of which was The World. So the date written on it also specified the year 1894. So he was sure that he had covered, time and space to come back into a time where only his grandfather was alive. Apart from that, he went to buy ticket. So when he went to buy ticket, he gave the notes, currency notes of his time. For example, now in India we have a currency note of 2000 rupees. But if we go back 10 years back or even 8 years back, 2000 rupees note did not exist. So if, like in 2014, if we had given this 2000 note to anyone, he would have called us cheater. Same way, the ticket counter clerk called him a cheater and just warned him that you are trying to cheat me, I would get you arrested. So apart from that, what happened is that when after this realizing that he was in that time, he came back home. He talked about this adventure with his wife Louisa, and then he went to his friend Sam, who was a psychiatrist. So actually, talking to him about this, but his friend did not believe in the story. He told him that it's nothing, it's just a walking dream, wish fulfillment. Reason that in our life we face a lot of stress, a lot of worries, a lot of problems, so it's just a way to get away from that. There is nothing real about that. In fact, Charlie was the one who told Sam about Galesburg. Sam never knew about Galesburg. Apart from that, Charlie had a habit of collecting stamps of older times. This was also a way to escape from the reality as per the writer of the chapter. Now what happens is, Louisa, tries to find Sam, but she's not able to find him because she tries to search him during the weekends, but he's never found again. And when one day Sam was, checking all his stamps collections, he found a letter which was not there earlier. And then when he saw the date, the year was this. And the letter was addressed to Charlie by Sam. So Sam told him that I have come to Galesburg. It's a fantastic place. It's an open place. I have opened a business over here. I'm enjoying my life here. You and Louisa also come here. So Charlie immediately wanted to reach to that place, and what he did was that he exchanged his currency, like $300 of his time, with $200 of the previous time. Because when he gave $300, exchange the money and get the old currency notes, he found only $200. And it's a fact that the rupees which were present in 1950s, 60s, they are of extreme importance now. If you have those currency notes, you can sell them in lakhs also, because the currency that is not used, that becomes very, very expensive, costly also. So he exchanges this money to reach to third level with wife Louisa and go to Galesburg to Sam. But he never the third level again. And he also gets to know that Sam also exchanged $800 to get the old currency notes to reach over that. And Charlie realized that $200 was less, but he understood the importance of peace. More than that, he understood that in older times, the $200 cost or effectiveness would be more. For example, now we have 2000 rupees. If we go back somehow in 1950 or 1960, 2000 rupees was like 2 lakh rupees then. So students, this was all in the story in English. Now I'll make you understand the story in Hindi. तो बच्चों, होता क्या है कि ये जो चैप्टर है, इसकी थीम यही है कि इंसान जो आज की ज़िंदगी में भाग दौड़ भरी ज़िंदगी में परेशान है, दुखी है, चिंतित है, आदमी उससे भागने का, उससे दूर जाने का कोई ना कोई ज़रिया ढूंढता है। चार्ली अपनी वाइफ लुइसा के साथ गेल्सबर्ग नाम की जगह पे जाना चाहता है, जहाँ पे सब कुछ ओपन है, पेड़ बड़े बड़े हैं, शाम तक धूप रहती है, प्लीजेंट वेदर है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है, भाग दौड़ भरी ज़िंदगी नहीं है। तो एक दिन वो परेशान घर आ रहा होता है और उसको ट्रेन पकड़नी होती है, वो थर्ड लेवल पहुंच जाता है। बट ऐसा नहीं है कि वो फर्स्ट टाइम में ही थर्ड लेवल पहुंच गया, रास्ता खोकर सबवे वो पकड़ता है। तो सबवे के अंदर देखा जाता है कि वो जब पहली बार रास्ता भूलता है तो उसको रूजवेल्ट होटल के अंदर अपने आप को पाता है। सबवे से जाते हुए जब वो बाहर निकलता है तो रूजवेल्ट होटल के अंदर निकलता है। दूसरी बार वो किसी ऑफिस बिल्डिंग में जो 3 ब्लॉक्स दूरी होती है बस उससे, उसके अंदर निकलता है। थर्ड टाइम पे जब वो सबवे में घुसता है ट्रेन पकड़ने के लिए, तो वो देखता है कि वो नीचे ही चला जा रहा है लेफ्ट साइड पे, और वो थर्ड लेवल पे पहुंच जाता है। और थर्ड लेवल जो है वो पुराने समय का है, ये पता लगाने के लिए बहुत सारे हमारे पास एविडेंसेस आते हैं इस चैप्टर के अंदर। सबसे पहला जो एविडेंस है वो ये है कि इस जगह पर, इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर, इस थर्ड लेवल पर बहुत ही कम टिकट के काउंटर्स थे, वरना जनरली टिकट के काउंटर्स बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं, यहाँ पे बहुत कम थे। पुराने दिखने वाले वहाँ पे चीज़ें थी, और जो बूथ्स थे कंक्रीट के यानी पत्थर के नहीं बने हुए थे, लकड़ी के बने हुए थे, जो बहुत पहले के ज़माने में होते थे। और गैस लाइट्स थी, जो आज के समय में हमारे पास लाइट्स अवेलेबल है वो नहीं थी, गैस लाइट्स थी। ब्रास के स्पिटॉन्स थे, थूकदान थे इस मेटल के, और लोग जो थे वहाँ पे पुराने समय के कपड़े पहने हुए थे। आज के समय में अगर हम इंडिया में हम पैंट शर्ट पहन रहे हैं, जीन्स पहन रहे हैं, अचानक से कोई हमको ऐसा आदमी दिख जाए जो सिर्फ धोती कुर्ते में ही घूम रहे हो, बहुत सारे लोग एक ही जगह पे धोती कुर्ते में घूम रहे हैं, तो हम समझ जाएंगे कि हम आज के समय में नहीं, पुराने समय में हैं। और ये चैप्टर रियल नहीं है, चैप्टर ये फैंटेसी के ऊपर है, और फैंटेसी इंसान तब करता है जब उसे रियलिटी हार्श लगती है, सख्त लगती है, वो रियलिटी को से दूर जाना चाहता है। अब होता क्या है कि जो चार्ले हैं वो यहाँ थर्ड लेवल पे एक चीज़ और देखते हैं कि उसका जो न्यूज़पेपर है वो उसके अंदर ये एक तो ये नाम है उसका द वर्ल्ड, उसके अंदर डेट ये डली हुई है, तो इन चीज़ों से वो श्योर हो जाता है। उसके अलावा वो जब पैसे देता है टिकट खरीदने के लिए, तो टिकट काउंटर पे जो इंसान बैठा है, जो क्लर्क बैठा है, वो उसकी तरफ घूर के देखता है कि तुम मेरे को चीट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, गलत करेंसी मेरे को दे रहे हो, मैं तुम्हें अरेस्ट भी करवा दूँगा। तो यहाँ से उसको पता चल जाता है। अब वो जब वापस आता है तो अपनी वाइफ को सब कुछ बताता है। फिर उसका दोस्त होता है एक सैम, जो डॉक्टर होता है, साइकेट्रिस्ट होता है, मनोचिकित्सक होता है, उसको जाके सारी कहानी बताता है। तो उसका दोस्त बोलता है कि ये सब तुम्हारा मन का वहम है, थर्ड लेवल जैसी कोई चीज़ है ही नहीं, मैं भी वहाँ पर गया हूँ, और ये कुछ नहीं है, वॉकिंग ड्रीम विश फुलफिलमेंट है। बच्चों ये ध्यान रखना, क्वेश्चन में ये बहुत बार आता है, वॉकिंग ड्रीम विश फुलफिलमेंट क्यों कहा गया है और किसने कहा है। तो सैम ने कहा है और इसने कहा है कि ये दिन में उसने चलते हुए सपना देख लिया और वो उसका पूरा हो गया, शायद वो फैंटेसीज के बारे में कर रहा था, वो पूरा हो गया। अब होता क्या है कि जब वो सैम के पास से वापस आता है तो वो दोबारा थर्ड लेवल को खोजने की कोशिश करता है, उसको मिलता नहीं है। तो जब सैम को वापस बताने जाता है तो सैम खो गया है। सैम को उसकी जो वाइफ है लुइसा, वो उसको ढूंढ रही होती है वीकेंड्स पे, बट वो उसको मिलता नहीं है। तो एक और चार्ली की आदत होती है स्टैम्प कलेक्शन कर रहा होता है, तो उसको स्टैम्प अपनी यानी जो स्टैम्प लेटर्स पे लगती हैं उनको हटा रहा होता है, तो उसको एक लेटर मिलता है जो पहले नहीं था, अब आ गया, और लेटर पे जो नाम लिखा हुआ था जिसको भेजा जाना था वो चार्ली को भेजा जाना था, लेकिन डेट उसके अंदर जो स्टैम्प थी वो इस टाइम की थी। तो वो समझ गया कि उसके दादाजी के टाइम का है। तो वो ये उसके अंदर पढ़ता है, सैम ने लेटर में लिखा होता है कि मैं गेल्सबर्ग आ गया हूँ, मुझे थर्ड लेवल मिल गया था, तुम सही थे, और तुम अपनी बीवी लुइसा के साथ यहाँ आ जाओ, यहाँ पे सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा है, हम बहुत इन्जॉय करेंगे, बहुत खुशी से रहेंगे। तो चार्ले जो है वो थर्ड लेवल को ढूंढने की अगेन कोशिश करता है और अपनी बीवी के साथ वो गेल्सबर्ग वापस जाना चाहता है। तो वो क्या करता है कि अपने जो $300 हैं वो पुरानी करेंसी में एक्सचेंज कराता है, जिसके बदले में उससे $200 मिलते हैं। लेकिन वो इसके लिए टेंशन नहीं लेता, क्योंकि उसको पता होता है कि भाई $200 जो है उस टाइम के हिसाब से बहुत रहेंगे। आज के 2000 रुपये 1950 के 2 लाख के बराबर रहेंगे या 20,000 के बराबर रहेंगे, यानी कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा अंतर होगा। अब इसके अलावा क्या होता है कि उसको ये भी पता चलता है कि सैम भी जब वहाँ गया था तो उसने अपने $800 एक्सचेंज कराए थे। तो बच्चों है क्या ये चैप्टर ये कुछ भी नहीं है, इसमें कोई भी सच्चाई नहीं है, रियलिटी नहीं है, ये सिर्फ एक मन की बनाई हुई कहानी है, जिसमें हम इंसान जो है सच्चाई से भाग कर कुछ पल अपने आप को, अपने मानसिक इस मस्तिष्क को हम शांति देना चाहते हैं, कुछ देर के लिए मानसिक शांति प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं। तो यही इस चैप्टर का बेसिकली आइडिया है। तो होपफुली आपको ये चैप्टर समझ आया होगा, और यही कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट्स हैं जिनमें से क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं। आप प्लीज़ इसको वीडियो को देख सकते हैं, बार बार देख सकते हैं, आपके रिवीजन में काम आएगी, और यही मेरा मकसद है कि आप लोगों को अच्छा रिवीजन मिले, कहीं और जानना नहीं पड़े। थैंक यू सो मच, हैव ए नाइस डे।